Let's draw a heart and make it look three-dimensional using the symmetry tool, multiply, screen, and color layers. I've got a white canvas here. It is square, and it is 2048 by 2048. What we're going to do is we're going to turn on the symmetry tool, drawing guide, edit drawing guide, symmetry, and we've got the vertical symmetry here, which is exactly what we want. We're going to click done, and let's go to the calligraphy, and we're going to use the monoline, and I currently have it set for 5%, and we draw half of a heart and the other half gets drawn with it. And we're going to fill this in. We're going to duplicate that and set the bottom layer to multiply. And then we'll tap down and to the right. And let's see. Looks like I did the wrong one. There we go. All right, this is the one we want on multiply. You want the bottom one on multiply, the top one on normal. And then we're going to blur it just slightly to make it look more like a shadow. And now, ordinarily, I would do a clipping mask on this, but I'm actually going to use this in a design. So I'm going to click on layer 1 here, the middle one, and I'm going to do a select. Then we go up a layer, and we're going to have this set to multiply, and we're going to go up to airbrushing. We're selecting the soft brush, and I have it set for 10%. And I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to make a shadow going across. But then, because I want this to be a 3D heart, the middle part of this other one is actually going to be bowing up. So we only want the shadow to go this far. For the eraser, I have it also set for soft brush at 10%. Now, we'll shade this side, making sure to follow the curve of the heart and making it thinner down at the bottom than it is at the top. And then we're going to go up a layer, and we're going to choose Screen. And we're going to tap. Let's bring this down to 5%. And we're going to put a highlight right here on both of those. Let's take this one, do an alpha lock, and we're going to make it darker, just so we can tell the difference. So tap, fill layer, there we go. We got a nice black heart going on here. But we're not black-hearted, so I'm going to select these layers by shifting to the right and group them. I will turn the alpha lock off of this one, and then I'll tap where it says new group and tell it to flatten. Now we're going to create 2 layers on top of that, and we're going to do a clipping mask on these 2 layers. Set them to color, which is all the way down at the bottom. Second from the bottom is color. This is the blend mode, which you get to by clicking on the little letter next to the check mark. Now on this layer, I am going to select a red color, and I'm going to fill it. And now we have a nice bright red heart. If I select this layer and select a nice blue color and fill it, then we end up with this bluish heart. Take the color off of layer 3, and you can sort of decide which colors you like. You can also set the opacity on these down, go to about 60% on both of them. And now you have a purple heart, a blue heart, and a red heart. And this is how you can actually take these and really give yourself some variety. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and I'm going to set this up. And because we made the first layer gray, we can put a color on. But let's say instead of gray, you set it to a color. I did that by dragging the color in and pulling it all the way across. Color drop threshold. So now that red and that blue are a little bit more pale. You can add a layer, make it color, and then fill that in with either black or white. And what that does is it turns it into a black and white picture. I'm going to undo all that because I've already got black and white. And there we go. Now if we group all these together, oh, and I don't think I explained why I did the color here. If I don't do the alpha lock on this, or the clipping mask on this, then everything gets colored. If your background color is white, then you're going to have a red shadow underneath this. Or you're going to have a blue shadow underneath it. By doing the clipping mask, you are making these dependent upon the layer that they are directly above. So let's take this new group here, and let's move it, oh, let's say down to about here. I'm going to duplicate it. Let's do a little resizing. We can move this one up here. Duplicate that. Resize it. Put it here. Duplicate that. Resize it. Put it here. Duplicate that. Resize it and put it up here. And now you have floating hearts, which I'm going to make all red. And The reason I'm doing this tutorial, believe it or not, is I just made a similar picture and I put it up on my Redbubble store. So if you want to see that, just look down in the description and you'll see a link to it. It's called Hearts, and basically it's on a lot of different products. So this is one of the things you can do with all of the designs that you're making. They don't have to be complete pictures. You can have just a design like this and sell it on multiple products, on multiple sites even. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial and you have a wonderful day.